What? What?
Toe jam.
Are you saying toe jam?
No.
Well, I don't know what you're saying.
Toe jam.
Okay, sure.
Nice.
Toe jam? Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm doing this look for you. I got this like new pigment in my Ulta order a couple weeks ago, this pink champagne color from JCAT Beauty. And then I got this lipstick from L'Oreal. So beautiful. So like, oh, I want to use that. I could do like a whole like mauve-y little moment on my eyes. I also finally got in today, oh my God, my ALAMAR bronzer palette. I got the medium one. I'm so excited about that. And then I also got the deep lip liner from ALAMAR that I've been meaning to get for the longest time. And of course, as soon as I placed my order on their website, I realized that I can't find their light lip liner that I already have anymore. So I could have ordered it in the same order and got it. Whatever. But yeah, so I was originally going for like a little mauve-y brown bronze kind of thing. It turned very vampy, but I still like it. I think it's still really cute and fun and stuff. In this video, I talk a lot about my base because I mentioned in one of my last videos, if you guys would want to see me talk more about my base, because I feel like I always kind of just like focus on eyes and rush through my face makeup. So this time I kind of did the opposite. I really breezed through the face makeup, minimal explaining, and then talked a lot more about my base and the products I've been using that really work. I mean, I feel like my skin looks really good right now. And it's definitely due to a lot of these products. So I talked a little bit more about that. But yeah, that is it. Hope you guys liked the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see how to get this little look, then please keep on watching. All right, so to start out my look today, I'm going to prime with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. And then I'm just gonna add a second base. You guys know I like to do this a lot. I'm just gonna use a pencil to add a bit of depth before I go in with the shadow. So today I'm using my ALAMAR Cosmetics lip liner in the shade COQUETA. And I'm using this, I just got it in the mail. I'm so excited that I finally have it. And it's like a deep warm brown. And so I'm just going to place this in my outer corner. And I'm gonna do more of like a rounded little shape with this pencil. And then I'm just gonna take a Morphe M456 brush and buff in that pencil a bit and just kind of like blend out the edges so that it's really soft. All right, so now that that's down, we're gonna start in with the shadow. I'm using today my Huda Beauty Medium Nude palette. And I'm gonna start off by going into this really deep shade here on the side. And then using a JH52 brush, I'm just gonna start packing this in my outer corner, basically just on top of that base we just put down. And now I'm gonna start blending it out. So I'm first gonna go in to this shade here in the center row. And this is more of a pinky brown in the palette. There's this one too, but this one's just a little more pink than this one here. And I don't want to go like all the way pink, you know what I'm saying? Because I still want this look to be like a brownish look. We just want it to be kind of like subtly mauve-y, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna go in with this one first on the same M456 brush. And I'm gonna start buffing out that dark color. This isn't anything new in terms of like technique or whatever for me. And now once I have a bit of that down, I'm gonna dip into my ALAMAR Cosmetics Bronzing Trio. This also just came in the mail today. I'm so excited to use this. And I'm gonna start off by taking this lightest shade called I'm Woke. And I'm gonna use this to like set my brow bone. And I'm also gonna set like my inner corner here. And then as I'm going with this look, by having that light color down, these other crease shades are gonna blend into that light color. And so you'll get even more of like a mauve-y cool toned effect because the browns are gonna mix with the white. And so they'll kind of get more of a cool undertone and blend out easier. So now I'm gonna go back with that mid-tone pinky brown And I'm just really gonna start building this up. For this, I'm using the Nabla Precision Soft Crease Brush. And I'm making sure this is really a buffed out kind of look, like you guys know I like to do. I'm going back in with the dark shade right now, just to make sure that that is blending really well into everything else and make sure I still have like the depth that I want and I didn't like blend away too much. So once I was done all of that, I decided I just wanted like the littlest touch of warmth still, because I didn't want it to go, like I said, like so pink toned. I still wanted that a little bit. I just didn't want it to like completely overpower the look. So I'm just gonna go in with this like warm brown in the top corner of the palette and just take like a very fluffy brush, get a tiny bit of this on the brush and kind of tap it off. And just, you guys seen me do this before. I'm just very lightly kind of gonna run that around the edges. And that will just like slightly warm up this look, you know what I'm saying? And take down the pinkiness to like just a hair, but it'll still be pretty soft. All right, so now I'm gonna go with some lid shades. I'm gonna grab a little bit of my NYX glitter glue. I just recently ordered this in an Ulta order because I wanted to see if I could find a glitter glue that I liked other than the Peaches one. Not that there's anything wrong with the Peaches one. It's just I wanted to have another option, since that one you have to like, I have to buy it from overseas, and like if I needed, you know what I'm saying, some glitter glue, I just wanted to know there was one that I liked where I could just literally like pick it up while I was at work or something, you know? And I do really like this NYX one. So I put a thin layer of that all over my lid, and now I'm gonna take this shimmery shade in the corner here. It's more of like a deep kind of cranberry brown mix. And I'm just going to stamp that on top of that glitter glue all over my lid. And of course, dabbing that just a little above the crease so it peeks out when I open my eyes. And then I was sort of going back and forth because again, I was kind of like, this is very cranberry. I don't want it to be like too pinky. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of this bronze shade, and I also dab that on the lid on top of that other color. And then I dab the pinky color on one more time. And basically it's just gonna, those colors are just gonna mix together in a way where it'll tone down the pink just a little bit, but it won't look completely like orangey bronze like this one, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna like mix with each other nicely. All right, so now I'm gonna do some glitter on my inner corner to make this pop. So I'm gonna use my same glitter glue from NYX, and the glitter I'm gonna go in with is the JCAT Beauty Sparkling Powder in the shade Champagne Kiss. And it's like a mauve-y kind of nude color. So it's definitely like a nude glitter, oh my God, a nude glitter, but it has like a very subtle like mauve kind of undertone to it. All right, so next I'm gonna do the lower lash line, and it's very simple, kind of like what I normally do. I'm gonna take the same colors I did on the top, so we're gonna do the deep one, blend it out with this pinky brown, and then blend that out with a little bit of this warm tone. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna first put the COQUETA pencil down there so that it has a base. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna pull in a little bit of the glitter from the inner corner and kind of like pull that in on the lower lash line so it blends in. And then the eyes will be done. I'm gonna put on a little mascara, my Benefit Roller Lash. The lashes I'm using today are the EYLURE LUXE, I think they're called LUXE Silk Lashes. I think that's what they're called. They'll be in the description box. The style is MARQUISE. So yeah, I'm gonna put these on, do all that, and then I'll be right back. And we're gonna spend a lot more time today on face makeup because one of my last videos I uploaded, you guys said you would want me to spend more time talking and explaining about what I'm doing with my face makeup, more than I usually do. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So yeah, I'm gonna do all these other things and I'll be right back. All right, so to start my base, I am going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer. This is my favorite face primer. It is one of the only ones that I actually feel like does anything for me. Between this and the, what is that one called? It's the Revlon Prime Plus, and it's the one with the pink lid. That one has a pretty similar feel to this Urban Decay one. It's not as hydrating, I would say. but it's similar-ish if you want something a little more affordable. But this Urban Decay primer is unreal. The way your skin feels when you put this on, like just putting this on, it's so hydrating and so like smoothing, and I can absolutely visually see a difference in my skin when I use this primer compared to when I don't use any primer. Like there are very visible results. So I don't really love too many primers, but that is one of those that I can be like, I love that and you need it. Like it actually does something. For foundation today, I'm gonna use my Tarte Face Tape. This is the shade 22N, Light Neutral. So as you can see, very good coverage. It's definitely a full coverage foundation. And it's way more hydrating than I thought it was gonna be, you know, because that was my problem with Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, was that it seemed super dry and it would make my under eyes look really dry and gross, and I didn't like it. And so then when this foundation came out, I was like, oh, it's gonna be like the same. It's gonna be super dry. It is not at all. You don't need a lot. I did 2 pumps and I'm gonna have so much extra left over on here. I should have just put 1 pump because, like I said, as you can see, the coverage is crazy. It's a little lighter than my neck, but I'm gonna go in with some bronzer, so we'll be fine. But yeah, this foundation's really great. Hydrating, not like the most hydrating, you know, but it definitely has some hydration to it. It's more of like a natural finish. Very long wearing though. Like my favorite foundations right now would definitely be like this one, and my Estee Lauder Double Wear is just like my ride or die. And so this I feel like is pretty similar-ish. It's not exactly the same as that, but it's fairly similar in that it stays pretty long throughout the day. It has, like I said, the really good full coverage, not a fully matte finish, more of a natural finish. So yeah, this is really great. And there are quite a bit of colors to choose from, which is always nice. I did order the Pure, is it 4-in-1 or 3-in-1? I don't know. The Love Your Selfie foundation from Pure Cosmetics. I ordered that because they're on their website the other day. They had like buy one, get one free off the whole website basically. And I was like, oh, are you serious? So I like put 2 colors of the foundation in my cart. And yeah, I put in the code and I got a bottle for free. I was like, okay. And it was free shipping. I'm like, okay, well, this was like perfect timing to find this deal. I did share it on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please go check me out, because I do share things like that as they pop up if I find something, and other random fun things and interesting things. But anyways, so I got that. So I'm very excited to try that too, because Raw Beauty Christie always talks about that foundation and she seems to really love it. So I really want to try it. I'm gonna use my Maybelline concealer again, just to brighten up a little right here. So I did put a little bit under my eyes before I went in with all my eyeshadow, just so I wouldn't have to go as close to my under eye when I'm doing and kind of blending in my concealer. But you guys probably know, if you've watched enough of my videos at this point, I like to highlight quite a bit. So I am highlighting quite a bit with this concealer. And then I'm just gonna blend it in with this Wet n Wild sponge. I like this concealer a lot as well. It's got more of a medium coverage, but it still covers pretty well. It's, again, more on, I would say, the hydrating side, or like kind of neutral. You know, like it's not overly matte, but it's not like too runny or like too liquidy either, you know what I'm saying? It's a great medium. And that, for at least my skin type, I feel like that's what I like the most in most products, is I don't want to be overly like, you know, emollient hydrating, but I also don't want to be overly matte and dry, you know? I just want to have more natural finishes, and then I can mattify where I want, and I can add hydration where I want, you know what I'm saying? With like other products. Okay, so now that it's blended in, I'm gonna set my under eye. Today I am using this ALAMAR Cosmetics palette that I mentioned earlier that I just got in the mail today. I'm gonna use the shade I'm Woke to set my under eyes. I'm so excited. These powders, like just touching them, they are so creamy. Oh my God. The creamiest powders I've felt in a very long time. And I've heard so much about them being like very smoothing. So I'm very excited. This is definitely a good shade for me. I was going back, I swear, for the longest time. And I think it's part of the reason I didn't buy this, like right when it came out, because I was so unsure. And I don't know what took me so long. But I was very unsure about whether to get this one or the lightest one. But when I saw some people like using the lightest one, I knew I needed the medium because the highlight shade in here is still fairly light. So I didn't feel like it was going to be like too dark or whatever. But the biggest thing was the contour shades in the light palette seemed like really light. You know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't have, definitely wouldn't have shown up on me. So yeah, I'm very happy I got this medium one. I'm just using this shade down the center of my face. It's definitely very brightening. It's kind of got that effect if you ever used MAC Emphasize powder, where it's got like a really subtle sheen to it. It's more subtle than Emphasize powder is from MAC, but I can definitely see a sheen. But that definitely does highlight, like that looks really nice. All right, now to set the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with this. This is a sample I got in my most recent Sephora order because I've been wanting to try it for a while. It's the It Bye Bye Pores Press Powder. I've tried it a couple times now, this little sample, and I really, really like it. It definitely helps a lot with the pores and making them look a lot more minimized and smoothed out. So I'm very excited to keep trying this and see how it works like long term when I've tried it with a lot of different like foundations and stuff. But so far, I definitely really like it a lot. And it doesn't alter the shade of my foundation at all either. All right, so now we're gonna bronze. I'm gonna first take this shade in the middle, which is the bronzer shade, and I'm gonna use this to just warm up my entire face basically. So I'm just gonna kind of take this and go around, and because like I said, that foundation was just a splash lighter than my body, I'm gonna use this over a more broad area of my face to add color kind of everywhere. And this is on a Morphe JH13, which is like one of my new favorite face brushes. I love this one. It's from her newest brush kit. Okay, so as you can see, that just took my foundation like one shade darker basically, which is exactly what I wanted. And now I'm gonna go in with the deepener shade, Always Summer, which is this last dark shade. And I'm just gonna try to get this more on the tip of this brush and then use this to actually contour. So you can see that adds the depth, but I still have the bronze kind of all over and then just that depth there. Wow. These blend out so nice. This brand is so good and so underrated. I feel like, obviously I know a lot of people do definitely use it and use their products, but like compared to other brands, I'm like, you know, when you like have a smaller indie brand that you really love and you're just kind of like always rooting for them, where you're like, come on, like I need you to blow up because the stuff is so good. That's how I feel about this brand. The stuff is so good. Like every single product they make, I basically love. Okay, now we are bronzed. I'm gonna go in with some blush, and I'm just gonna use their blush palette as well because this is like my absolute favorite blush palette. And I think today I'm actually going to use a different color than I normally do. I'm gonna use Toasted, and I'm gonna use like my favorite blush brush. Sorry, I keep checking the time because I have to get in a conference call here in a minute. I'm gonna use my favorite blush brush. It's the Morphe M554. And I'm just dabbing a little bit into that and tapping it off. And then I'm gonna apply that to just get a really nice pink flush. This is the medium blush palette also. I feel like I always tend to go for like medium stuff, even though I know I'm not like a perfect medium. I just feel like medium on me in most things, you know what I'm saying? When there's like a shade range, it just works better because you guys know I'm always a varying shades, I feel like, in my skin tone, depending on what I'm doing. So I feel like medium can just tend to work with me, you know, in my different fluctuations I have going on with my skin tone. Whereas if I got like the light one, it would be harder to use light, you know, products when I do have like a fake tan. All right, and then I'm going to do my highlight, which I left over there. I worked out yesterday for the first time in like a year, and I can barely stand up. For highlight, I'm gonna use my Revlon Skin Lights highlighter, shade 202. This is the darker of the two that they make, because again, I wanna like, this whole look's a little more bronzy, you know what I'm saying? So I wanna use a little bit of a deeper highlight so it's not too white looking. All right, and I have to get on this call, so really quick, I'm gonna tell you what I'm using on my lips so I can put that on really quick and then we'll be all done. So I'm gonna use the ALAMAR Cosmetics COQUETA lip pencil, the same one I use on my eyes. I'm gonna use it on my lips with this L'Oreal lipstick I just found yesterday, and I'm kind of shook and I'm dying. It's like, looks kind of gray, but it's got a little pink to it. I'm very excited to try this. And it's the shade Full Blown Fawn. So yeah, I'm gonna use these two and do sort of like an ombre kind of moment. And then I'll be back to kind of finish off the look with you guys. All right, guys, so here is the finished look. I'm living for this lip combo. I kind of really love it. Okay guys, so that is it. Hope you liked the video. I love this lip combo. And this whole look in general turned out a lot more vampy than I thought it would. So if you keep seeing me look over here, I like in between what you last saw and now, it's like an hour and a half later. I had to finish my conference call and then I had to go get Lily and come back home. So she's here playing in my makeup that is on the floor and making a mess. So I need to hurry up. But yeah, I love this lip combo, and this whole look turned out a lot more vampy and dark than I initially was thinking it was going to, or like wanted it to. But I still like it. I think it's really cute. This lip, I can't get over it. Also, I made my eyebrows darker and more filled in. Originally, I had just put the Gimme Brow, but I felt like once I had the lip on, it was too dark overall to not have a more intense brow. You know what I'm saying? Like when your makeup is more dramatic, so you need a dramatic eyebrow, you know? Does that make sense? I feel like my makeup turns out dramatic. If my eyebrows aren't just as dramatic, it looks like out of place. But maybe that's just me being insane. But yeah, that is it. Hope you guys liked the video. Thank you so much for watching as always. Subscribe if you're new. Send it to your friends. Please help me help. And I will see you next time. Bye.